Welcome everyone. I'm so excited to have you on my personal literacy story journey. I'm excited for you to see how my story unfolds and my experiences with literacy with my mom specifically and how it's influenced me as a future educator. Literacy as a child for me was reading bedtime stories with my mom, sister, and I. She would often ask us questions while we were reading Robert Munsch books about the character, the plot, and the setting. Then she would really encourage my sister and I to draw connections to things that were happening at school with our friends or even things at home. In grade 5, it was a little bit different. We moved on to reading chapter books for novel studies, for example, Sarah Plain and Tall. I enjoyed doing this, but it was very difficult for me to answer reading comprehension questions. Therefore, at times it was assumed that I did not do my homework or did the reading because it took me a very long time to formulate the answer in order to respond to the question. Well, where exactly did this leave me? I was very frustrated towards language, and I had very negative attitude towards literacy, and it was no longer a fun aspect for me like story time at bed. I wasn't good at it. It made me want to put in less effort towards the subject. I was so scared and had a lump in my throat because I knew that if I got a bad grade and I had to take it home to my parents, that I would get in trouble. If the teacher said I was not trying, then my parents would be really upset with me and disappointed, and I just did not want to upset them. My mom was very confused as she saw me reading every single night, and she would even ask questions to check in if I was enjoying what I was reading. My mom also took the time to meet with my teacher at this point to gain feedback and to see what strategies could potentially assist me at home in order for me to understand what I was reading. I was still upset because I just didn't get why I couldn't understand what I was reading. However, instead of me feeling like I was alone and to get into trouble, I knew I was going to get help, and I knew my mom would help me and work with me, therefore I was not on my own anymore. I went to tutoring enrolled under Sylvan, and that really helped me to improve my mark. My mom taught me the importance of trying to understand someone, and in order to understand them, it will allow us to believe in them and find ways that we can provide tools for them. My mom always found ways to make language and reading fun for me, and as an educator, I value that, and I think it's also important for me to do the same for my students. In this course, I plan on learning multiple aspects of teaching literacy and ways in which I can make sure that my instruction and teaching methods are inclusive to all. I also hope I can learn different ways of assessments in order to reflect on multiple ways of students learning and moving past the emphasis on just conventions. From this experience, I've learned as an educator and as a parent from my mom that it's important to have a wraparound approach. It's important for me as an educator to support my students in and outside of the classroom, but also as a parent to make sure that I have supports in place for my child at home and different resources that I can reach out to in order to help my child. Thank you for tuning in and watching my personal literacy story unfold, and I hope you can now understand the experiences with my mom and how that shaped my literacy understanding over the years and how it's also shaped me as a future educator. Thank you once again for tuning in, and I'm wishing you all the best, and bye for now.
Created using Powtoon.